Magic works because your eyes are drawn to one thing while the real trick is happening somewhere else. Basketball has its own version of this illusion, an action that's simple but often takes place out of sight. You think you're watching the play unfold, but the real trick is waiting where you least expect it. And that trick is the hammer action.
The scoring factory on three. 1, 2, 3, scoring factory.
What's up, everybody? Coach Kevin with the Scoring Factory, back with episode 10 of our breakdown series. Today, we're talking about hammer action, and let's get right into it. So hammer action is really just an off-ball screen to get a shooter in the corner as somebody's driving baseline. So watch as Ginobili begins his baseline drive going this way. Our two defenders on the weak side are taught to be in help on this drive. So in order to punish that concept, we're going to see a screen set on this defender while he's not looking so that Danny Green is eventually going to end up in the corner for a wide open three. The hammer action entered basketball spotlight with Gregg Popovich's Spurs. Defenses are so focused on stopping the ball that by the time they realize what's really happening, the corner is already wide open. The corner three is the most valuable shot outside the restricted area. Hammer action forces defenses into a lose-lose. Collapse on the drive and you give up 3 points, or stay home and surrender a layup. Either way, the defense is punished for looking at the wrong thing. The brilliance in hammer isn't in the complexity, it's in how natural it looks. Defenses can't help but watch the ball, which makes the misdirection unstoppable. Over time, hammer has evolved. Teams now hide it within other actions, whether that's Spain pick and roll, delay, amongst a myriad of other things. In the 2019 championship run that the Raptors had, they often used it out of pistol or transition. So as you watch this play, you can see that this is out of pistol. The ball is being passed here to Siakam, and Lowry is going to go get a handoff here. And as you see the play evolve, you can see defenders in help watching the ball and not their man. So what we're going to see is a screen set here to free up the shooter in the corner. It puts Giannis in a difficult situation. He has to choose to either come help and guard the drive or flare out to the corner and guard the three. He ends up staying there and gives up the layup. Another really cool wrinkle in hammer is that if they do defend the screen well, oftentimes the screener is open because the defender nearest the baseline is still helping on the drive. UConn shows this concept really well here. We get a handoff going downhill and a baseline drive. We're going to see our hammer action here on the side. But as the screen is set, this defender is going to chase it over very well. However, because we see this defender helping so far in on this drive, it leaves the screener wide open for a catch and shoot three. Hammer is also often used in out of bounds and late game situations. Teams will give the ball to a star to divert attention away from the hammer action happening on the weak side. In this example, we can see the Lakers give the ball to LeBron. He's going to come off a slipped screen from Anthony Davis, and as he does, the attention of the weak side defenders is on him, which means they won't even notice when this screen is being set for Danny Green to get to the corner. They overhelp, and Green is left open for a game winner. Hammer can be found at all levels of basketball, from the pros to college and even in high school. The structure is simple enough to teach, but effective enough to work at any level. Once players learn to sell the distraction, the defense rarely stands a chance. The hammer is basketball's version of sleight of hand, a play that punishes defense for watching the obvious and rewards those who can see past the distraction. Next time you're watching a game and all eyes follow the drive, look to the weak side, because that might be where the real magic is happening. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. Follow us on our social medias at The Scoring Factory, and as always, I will see everybody in the next video.